online registration process. So in order to access our parent dashboard, you can go to our website. Under summer programs, you will see a parent dashboard link. This is where you're going to log in or create your account for the first time. So when I log in, you'll notice here on the greeting page, we have our summer program details listed here. It's a PDF that has all the information you'll need to know about our programs. I also have an online registration worksheet. I'll show you that right here. This is one document I created because I find a lot of parents get overwhelmed with all the options we offer. So this will list everything, dates, pricing, all on one sheet. So you can kind of check off what you want, and that way you can make sure nothing is conflicting. You can calculate your pricing. So feel free to use that. It's a great tool. And then I also have some tips here about verifying your family and student information before you register on April 3rd. And then you can watch our online registration video. This is the one if you need to re-access that and watch it again. And then the last tip is to go into the financial tab and add a credit card in advance. So for me, to access the tabs, I'm going to click over here on these 3 lines, and I'm going to go into my account first. This is verifying mom and dad and our address, so make sure that is correct. Student info is going to have all of your campers' children listed here. So for example, I'm going to register my 4th grader today. So I just want to make sure gender, date of birth, grade is all accurate. These are things you can't change on your end. You can change their school if you want, and it'll save it. You can update it there, but the grade you cannot. So if that is incorrect, you need to reach out to me as soon as possible so I can fix that on my end. Otherwise, they'll get enrolled technically in the wrong programs for the summer. And then the other tip was going into the financial tab and adding a payment method. So if I add a credit card, I can spend the time right now to add in all that information and add it onto my account. And on opening day, it's one less thing you have to worry about. And forms, I am not going to make these available right now. I'd rather have you focus on registering, and then in April, we'll post the forms so you can fill those out. You have until June 1st to submit these forms. So that'll be the medical waiver, maybe swim lesson preferences if you sign up for private lessons. They'll all be available under the Forms tab later on. And then enrollment, this is the tab we're going to use on opening day. You will notice, I'll show you on opening day, enrollment tab is going to be down for about 10 minutes because I'm going to turn off registration while I set it up for you guys. And then the enrollment tab will become live again, and that's when you're going to want to click on it and find which children you're going to register first. 4th grade is who I'm registering today. And so when I click on my 4th grade child, there's a passcode here for priority families if you want to enter that. It'll not be there once we open to the public on April 3rd. Here's all of the options that are available to my 4th grader this summer. So obviously there's a lot of things to look through. So for me, because I planned ahead and I know what I want to do, session 1, I'm going to do Experium. So I'm just going to click on the tag. So it's only going to show me Experium science classes. Session 1 in the morning for 4th, 5th grade. This is the one that I wanted. So when I add the option, I'm going to have the option to do it by itself or adding half-day camp. I wanted it with half-day camp. At the very bottom, there's a save and continue. I wait till the very end until I have everything that I need. So session 1, I wanted Experium. Sessions 2 and 3, I was going to do the academic summer school. So I'll add that option. And I wanted them in half-day camp for both of those sessions in the afternoon. You obviously have the option to just do morning summer school. You can do it with just session 2 of half-day camp or just session 3 or both. So I wanted that for 2 and 3. And then what was the other? Oh, full day camp session 4. So I'm going to scroll down, add that option. And then I wanted swim camp while my child is in summer school. So sessions 2 and 3. And then I really wanted art camp that very last session. Perfect. And I can also do private lessons. This private lessons, if you add it, you'll fill out a swim lesson preferences form afterwards about what you're interested in. I was just going to start the summer with a few private lessons. So I've got all the options I need. If I take off the tags, I see everything that I have. And I just need to scroll to the bottom, save and continue. Normally it would take you to a forms tab. Right now it's gonna skip over that. Okay, I'm verifying the grade, choosing a shirt size. Any friend requests you can list here. You can also go back in and list it later as well. And then there's a question here if you've ever worked Country Day School, and then that tips us off to give you your Country Day discount. I'm gonna pass through the forms tab, and this is our checkout. So you can relook over. We're not gonna charge for private lessons until we know exactly what we've scheduled you for. Academic summer school, that's the price. So everything is listed out here. My total cost for the summer is $6,500. My deposit's going to be $1,625. The payment method, you can choose credit card. Here's my credit card statement on file. I can do check. If you want to pay by check, you make it out to our HCDS summer programs. It's not, your enrollment request is not going to be approved until your check payment is received by our office. You can use a credit from 2022. There's a few families that have it because of COVID, so feel free to use that. And then cash, if you would like to pay with cash. So I'm going to choose credit card, pay my deposit with credit card. And then there's the terms and conditions. This I included in your email already so that you're aware and you don't really need to spend the time reading it, but those are our policies. I'm going to say I read and agree to the terms and conditions, sign my name, and submit it. So once I've submitted it, you'll get this form saying you successfully submitted your request. Please email me immediately if you have any questions, concerns about your enrollment, and then you will get an email confirmation from me when the enrollment request has been approved. And that means your child's then officially enrolled in their program. If you got put on the wait list, don't worry too much. Last year we had a couple hundred kids get put on the wait list that I was eventually able to get off the wait list. Just took me like 3 to 5 days to process all of the registrations and see where the most need was, and then we opened up some additional classes. So just be patient for that. And then just other tips and tricks, like I mentioned, making sure their grade is correct, adding the financials, a credit card on file is great. And then the other tip is for multiple kids. Obviously, it can be hard because you have to do one child at a time. So you can actually have one parent log in. You know, when both parents are listed on the account, I've got mother, that's my email address, and dad has another email address. So I can log in along with dad at the same time, and I can tackle one child while dad tackles another. So that's one tip that I tell families about when you have multiple kids you're trying to register. Last year we filled up within 15 minutes, but like I said, even for a lot of the families that did get waitlisted, I was able to get them in. So try and be patient, and I think that is all I wanted to explain to you. Feel free to reach out if you have any additional questions, and looking forward to seeing you all this summer.